Well, our alone time did not last long. We are officially back with Maddie and here for an interesting week. Her rig, as you guys have all heard, has been having some serious issues. So this morning, we actually offered to take her and Eliza in and go on a little adventure while they're taking a look at her van. Are you ready to go on an adventure?
I keep dreaming about the good life, the anywhere, anytime drive. I wanna get back there.
Before we can go anywhere, because I have way too much I actually had to come to my storage unit to empty out the back of the camper because right now it is not even not livable. Like, you can't even walk in here. Look at this. The trash, the storage, it's bad. We're gonna take care of this.
I keep thinking about the joy rides, the sing-alongs and the flat tires. I wanna get back there. Tell me where you wanna go. The sky is the limit. Should we walk on the moon or go out and get it? Tell me where you wanna go. Should we jump in the ocean? Where you wanna go? Tell me where you wanna go.
So we just drove up to a trailhead thinking that we had a 7-mile hike to Tumalo Falls. And there's a waterfall that you can see from the parking lot that I thought looked kind of similar. But unfortunately, it's actually, that is the waterfall. So I think what we're gonna do is just hike the loop anyways. There's apparently more waterfalls along the way. There's the first one. We're gonna hike to the top of that and then just see. We're gonna see what else is up there, I guess. But this is unfortunately the highlight, I think. Oh man. Well, that hike was definitely not what we were planning. The waterfall ended up being way closer to the front than we thought, but it was still beautiful nonetheless, and I think we got some really good shots of the snow and our hike, and it was just so fun to see the dogs running around and playing. But once we get back into service, we're gonna have to check and see if Maddie's van is actually done, or if we need to kind of kill some time until we can go pick it back up. Sweet. All right, thank you so much, Blaine. All right, bye. We're laughing so we don't cry. Well, at least Maddie is. I'm laughing because I'm commiserating with her, but we are pulling up to the shop right now, and unfortunately, Maddie just got the news that her van's gonna need some work. Thankfully, it'll be fast, it seems, a 1 or a 2 day job, but more money than anybody wants to spend.
I've spent so much money on this rig. So much money.
And if you guys have been here since I had my bus, you know that I can relate. So again, laughing to share in her pain, but it's just a bummer situation. Alright, so Maddie has just left off her van at the shop and we're hoping it's going to be done today, but we're not really sure what time. So we've decided to still try to make the best of today anyways and get out of this really cold weather. It's 39 degrees here and it's actually 10 o'clock already. And so we're going to head up a little bit further north to a part of Oregon that kind of looks like the desert actually. Anyways, it's going to be a little bit of a drive, but hopefully we can get some warmer weather and bring the dogs out for a walk and just, I guess, get our bodies moving.
Yeah, we need it. My toes are so cold.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
Mama, you showed me love. What grace in the kids of the summer.
Well, unfortunately, but not that surprisingly, Maddie's van is not done today, which means we're gonna hopefully have a good night, a very cozy night in my rig with 2 dogs and the both of us. I feel so deeply for Maddie in that having had my own rigs break down over the last 2.5 years and knowing what it's like to not be able to sleep in your space, have all of your stuff, it just really is the least grounding thing I think that can happen to you out here. And obviously I'm grateful that I'm here and I'm able to help her, and I know that she said that as well, but it still just is a bummer. It's not fun, and I think anybody with a home or a place that they call home can relate.
It's been exhausting. Or, never mind. We don't do it.
What do you think?
I'm so excited.
Good.
Woo!
Good job.
Sushi night. Good
Chopstick
job,
cheers.
ladies.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It's really good.
Well done. Oh, that was just wasabi on my chopstick. Oh, it's burning my lip. Good morning, friends. It has been quite an interesting week, from having Maddie and Eliza staying here with us to my sink breaking. Did I even tell you guys that my sink broke? Look at how disgusting this is. Everything just lives in here now because I have yet to fix my sink. I mean, I did fix my plumbing, but then my sink backed up somehow and my faucet stopped working and the pump part is leaking. Not the pump that I replaced, but the filter that goes in line with the pump. And it's just been kind of a nightmare. So today we are fixing this. I'm also gonna make it, I think, just a whole reset day. Gonna get some laundry done. My trash needs to be thrown out. I just really need to get my life together today. Maddie is still camping with us, but she is editing her video. That's gonna go up tomorrow, today. And so I am going to just put my head down and get as much done as I possibly can. So that way, hopefully by tonight, I can relax by the fire and know that everything is fixed. So let's get to it. show you guys what the inside of the filter looks like. I mean, obviously it's dirty. I've been using it for over 6 months now, but it's really not clogged. Like, it's not that dirty, so I'm not sure why it started leaking. Maybe it was just loose, but what I'm gonna do, I have ordered more filters, but of course they're not gonna be here until like the 21st of this month, and it's only the 10th. And so I think the best that I can do for now that I've pulled it apart and see that there's no major clogs, is rinse this filter out, dump all of the water, and make sure that when I put it back on, it's extremely tight. The only thing I can think, since the O-ring looks fine, is that maybe just all these washboard roads that I drive on, all the rough roads that we take the truck camper on, have over time just slightly loosened that, because it really wasn't that difficult to take off. Can I ask you a big favor? Can I use your sink to wash up my filter, please? Thank you so much. All right, the filter is as clean as it's gonna get without having like a pressure washer, so let's reassemble this and see how it works. Initial pressure test is good, but let's see if it holds. Well, I certainly feel stupid or ridiculous at the very least. The fact that I have now gone over a week without a functioning sink or water, and all it was, now that I've now pressurized the system and there's no leaks, is a loose freaking cap. I mean, I'm glad that I know now. I'll just be double checking it probably once a month with my like monthly chores. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad I can do dishes, and then I can now put the sink back together. But man, it's just so frustrating sometimes to have stuff like this happen. I've had Maddie in my rig with me, I've had Tara and Eliza, and the number of times it would have been so helpful to just have running water and a functioning sink is kind of ridiculous. But you can't change the past. All I can do now is put things back together and do probably like an hour and a half of dishes, because that is calling my name.
Even if you don't succeed quickly or ever. The monk who taught me why I wanted to learn all of the scripture by heart didn't want me to be mesmerized by the superpowers of other monks and to seek those powers out of vanity. But if you're driven by intention, you will feel joy.
Well, it honestly feels like it's been quite the day already, but it's only 2:30, and so I am gonna head into town. I just finished cleaning everything up, pulled my sheets, got all my laundry together, and I'm actually gonna bring a load into town for Maddie as well while she finishes her edit for tomorrow, and just really get the whole reset going. I have a bag of trash that I wanna dump, and just, I don't know, there's something about living out here specifically that's so different to me than living in a home in terms of needing to feel fresh and clean. And I just know that tonight when I'm sitting down to enjoy a meal, I am going to be so grateful and feel so clear-headed now that all of my big chores for at least this part of the week are done.
My emotional money baggage is going to create problems for me. Anytime we go to a date, we're buying and selling at the same time, right? I told you my idea for your business. Do you remember what I told you and Audrey to do to start a business? I said,
well, with laundry done and the sun already down pretty much, there's not really much time to do anything else. So I think I'm just gonna head back to camp and go make us some dinner and try to get everything unloaded. Today feels like it both went really quickly and like I got a lot done. So I'm just gonna stick with the latter and feel productive and like we got everything that we needed to get done today. Well, life lately on the road has held a lot of challenges, and this week was definitely no exception to that, especially for Maddie, whose van has to go back to the shop again tomorrow. Thankfully, we are still around, and so we're going to be helping out her and Eliza again, but I'm really hoping that this is the last time for her sake. It's been a lot of fun camping together and hanging out in Central Oregon, but I think this actually might be the last week for a little while. Maddie and I both have some separate plans over the next few weeks, and I'm heading up to Washington to try to catch the mountains before too much snow sets in. But all of that said, I think things are going to start to look slightly different around here. Been really enjoying talking more to the camera, and I've gotten feedback that you all have as well, so expect that style to at least somewhat continue. And additionally, I think I'm going to start incorporating more of this reality side of things. Not that I've ever tried to sugarcoat it, but there are things behind the scenes that I've struggled with. This week, I almost considered getting a different job. Not to stop doing YouTube, but just because money can get tight out here with unexpected expenses like my power and water going out. And it's just a side that I feel like, especially on YouTube, you don't see a lot. This life is so beautiful, and I'm so grateful to be able to do something like this for my job. How special is that? And to get to share it with all of you as well just really holds so much value in my heart. But at the end of the day, I also need that value to translate into my real life finances. And so I don't know yet what it's going to look like, me sharing more of that with you all, but I do think I'd be doing everyone, and myself included, a disservice to not start to incorporate at least some of that. Because for me, this is not a do it for a year vacation. This is my life as I work towards other really big goals that I have for myself, and exciting things that I really want to share with you all, not just because it's relevant now, but because my hope is that this is a long-term career path for me. I want to keep sharing my life and my journey and building this relationship with you all. And so in order to do that, we're going to have to get honest. And I'm excited to do that, even though it feels pretty vulnerable. Today is a very blustery day at camp, so I think I'm just going to be staying inside, letting the dogs run out when we can, and hunkering down to edit this video. So I hope that you all have enjoyed coming along with the four of us this week, and I can't wait to see what next week holds. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye. I've disappointed her. Firebolt.
Are you well?
It's so hot. I smell feet in here because there's been so many of us in this small space, and I'm just ready, I think, to start working on some of the things that are broken in my rig. So, you know, we're on the up, but today's rough.
Van life is so romantic. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it doesn't need... Oh, where's my microphone? That's your camera.
Yeah, it's mine.
So
it's on top. You're good.
it's the giant.